All right, so we're going to start our first type of mobility practice. We're looking at the soft tissue as we were just describing in the last post. And we're going to keep with our example of the superficial back line just to illustrate a really concise image of how we go about doing this. Now there are a lot of different lines of muscles in the body, and each movement, each particular movement that we're going to cover, or each strength movement, has its own relating lines and actually multiple lines that contribute to it. But just for the sake of this presentation, we're going to stick with this one for right now. So we can start our soft tissue work by using the following rules. We can use like a roller. Foam roller is popular. We try to use thicker objects, more dense objects such as like a softball or a lacrosse ball. For those that have really tender spots, maybe a racquetball or a tennis ball is a more appropriate place to start. Great rule of thumb while doing this. This comes from Scott Sunnan. He's a great movement trainer, world renowned. If you think of a scale of intensity of 1 to 10, when you hit a certain spot, it should only go to a 4 or a 5. And you're going to hold that spot until you feel some sort of a release. Now, as you get more proficient with this and practice regularly, those spots that you have in the beginning start to stay open. And when you do work them out, they release a lot faster than the beginning. So for our superficial back line, we may start up here in the suboccipitals, right below the skull, work down the back through the whole spine, this whole chain of extensors, and we can actually use a double ball. So if you think of like two tennis balls taped together, we can work both sides of the extensor chain down the spine at the same time, go through the glutes, into the hamstrings, all the way down through the calves, and then finally, as we talked about, that line finishes in the bottom of the feet, so we can work that out. Once that whole line is more mobile, now we can start going into some postural work.